created by MindSticks Foundation Trust. Welcome, students, to this Explainer Masterclass. Today, we are going on a truly fascinating journey through human reproduction and health. We will be covering 6 crucial topics: the miracle of fertilization, decoding sex determination, the menstrual cycle explained, modern reproductive tech, sexual health and diseases, and finally, the population challenge. Let us begin, shall we? Section 1. The miracle of fertilization. Let's dive right into this beautiful biological process. You see, when the sperms fertilize an oocyte in the oviduct, they fuse together to form a diploid zygote. Now, what's very crucial to understand from a medical perspective is the age factor. Oocytes released by women who are nearing menopause have a diminished ability to divide. Because of this, the meiotic division might not complete properly. This means if these older oocytes are fertilized, the newborns could unfortunately face chromosomal abnormalities, like Down syndrome, for instance. Moving forward, let us trace the remarkable growth of the embryo. Once that zygote is formed, it undergoes repeated mitotic divisions while being pushed down towards the uterus for implantation. Following this timeline from 4 weeks all the way to 36 weeks, the development is continuous. During this time, a very special organ called the placenta forms. It acts as a vital lifeline, supplying food and nourishment to the growing embryo throughout these 9 months, right until the baby is ready for birth. Section 2. Decoding sex determination. Now, let me ask you a direct question. Who actually determines the gender of the child? In many parts of our society, people still hold very deep social misconceptions about this. But what does the biological science actually tell us? Let us uncover the truth. The biological truth, students, comes down purely to genetics. The mother's contribution is always uniform. She provides only X chromosomes. The father, however, produces 2 types of sperms. He provides either an X or a Y chromosome. It's essentially a genetic coin toss. If the father's X chromosome combines with the mother's X, the child will be a girl. But if his Y chromosome combines with the mother's X, the child will be a boy. Therefore, it is the man who is biologically responsible for whether the couple will have a boy or a girl. Our textbook poses a profound question. Thinking of this, is it right to consider the mother responsible for a girl child? We all must take efforts to stop female foeticide. It is our absolute moral and scientific duty to reject female foeticide, standing firmly on these undeniable biological facts. Section 3. Menstrual cycle explained. Let us transition into understanding the natural repetitive monthly changes in the female reproductive system. This is a natural process repeating every 28 to 30 days, known as the menstrual cycle. It's controlled by 4 very important chemical messengers, or hormones. These are the follicle-stimulating hormone, or FSH, luteinizing hormone, or LH, estrogen, and progesterone. These 4 hormones work together quite brilliantly. The pituitary gland releases hormones that stimulate the ovary. Under the effect of FSH, a follicle develops and secretes estrogen. This estrogen then acts as a signal to the endometrium, which is the lining of the uterus, telling it to grow and regenerate. Basically, the body is preparing a safe, nutrient-rich bed, just in case an embryo needs to implant. Let's break this down methodically into 4 steps. Step 1. The follicle develops under FSH and secretes estrogen. Step 2. Under the effect of LH, the fully grown follicle bursts, releasing the oocyte. This is what we call ovulation. Step 3. The remaining tissue forms the corpus luteum, which secretes progesterone, making that uterine lining completely ready. Finally, step 4. If the oocyte is unfertilized, and did you know a human egg actually only survives for about 12 to 24 hours after release? The corpus luteum becomes inactive. Hormone levels drop, the lining degenerates, and the unfertilized ovum is discarded. This continuous bleeding causes severe pain and weakness, which is exactly why proper rest and special personal hygiene are so essential during this time. Section 4. Modern reproductive tech. Now we shift our focus to what happens when natural reproduction faces hurdles. Many couples cannot have children naturally due to a variety of reasons. For women, these might include irregular menstrual cycles, obstacles in the oviduct, or difficulties with implantation. For men, common reasons include the absence of sperms, very slow movement of sperms, or structural anomalies. Thankfully, advanced medical science steps in to help. Let us compare 2 remarkable medical solutions. First, in vitro fertilization, or IVF. Here, fertilization is brought about outside the body, in a test tube. The resulting embryo is then carefully implanted into the woman's uterus at the right time. It's an excellent solution for low sperm count or oviduct obstacles. On the other hand, we have surrogacy. If a woman produces normal oocytes but has a problem with her uterus, her oocyte is fertilized with her husband's sperm in a test tube, but the embryo is implanted into the healthy uterus of another woman, the surrogate mother. Another fantastic modern solution is the sperm bank. It operates on a concept very similar to a blood bank. Semen is collected from desired men, but only after very thorough physical and medical checkups to ensure complete health and safety. The semen is then securely stored in the bank, ready to help couples who are facing male reproductive issues to finally have a child. Section 5. Sexual Health and Diseases. We must remember, students, that reproductive health isn't just about having children. It also means protecting oneself from large-scale bacterial infections. Let's look at two major ones: syphilis and gonorrhea. Syphilis symptoms include chink patches on the genitals, rash, fever, and joint inflammation. Gonorrhea, conversely, presents with a painful burning sensation during urination, oozing of pus, and severe inflammation of the urinary tract. Understanding these severe symptoms highlight exactly why sexual hygiene is absolutely paramount. Section 6. The Population Challenge. Finally, we pivot to macro-level public health. Tracking India's population over a little more than a century reveals a staggering trend. Look at the numbers. In 1901, the population was roughly 238 million. By 1951, it grew to 358 million. Then, by 1991, it skyrocketed to 846 million. And by 2011, it crossed an astonishing 1.2 billion. This excessive, rapid growth within a very short duration is what we call a population explosion. Because of this staggering leap, our society faces severe problems. We see high unemployment rates, decreasing per capita income, and increasing national loan burdens. Above all, there is a massive stress on our natural resources. There is really only one solution for all such macro-level problems, and that is population control. The absolute necessity for family planning simply cannot be overstated here. So as we conclude this explainer, I want to leave you with a final, provocative thought. Knowing the precise biology of human life and deeply understanding the limits of our natural resources, will we embrace family planning to secure a sustainable future for the next generation? Think about it carefully, students. Thank you for joining me in this session. Study well and keep learning.